What's going on, guys? Going to do a quick market update and SoFi update. So basically, gap down today and end of the day down about $3 on the market, but we did climb higher most of the day after being down. It was down about $5 in the overnight session. So if we look at the market, Apple is at all-time highs and trending higher. And right before close, someone snuck in weekly 285 calls. So that's $2 out of the money, 1.3 million to the call side. So I actually do expect a little bit more upside in Apple and the overall market this week. But keep in mind they are hedging or placing large bets on those 1219 and 1231 puts. I don't know if that's just because the market is due for a pullback after pumping on low volume Thanksgiving week, or if something bigger is coming within the economic calendar or news. I know there were some Japan yields or something going on. That's why we gapped down. But we do have a couple other things coming this week. We have ADP employment, initial jobless claims, consumer sentiment, just a couple things like that. I don't think any big speakers are speaking this week, but you never know if Trump's going to say something or news will come out. But that's where we're at. So just keep these in mind. These are very large orders out of the money. So I'm definitely looking to maybe get some 1219 puts as we climb higher on kind of weird low volume. Apple's really the one propping the market up right now. And then just a small pullback for SoFi today, nothing crazy. Saw it kind of pump close to that 30 mark and then sell off. On the week, up 13%. On the month, we're still down on the month. But as we head towards $30, $32, I'm interested to see what happens. You know, we have the call wall at $30. That's going to act like a magnet. So basically what we want to see is SoFi break above 30 and hold this, and that will become the new support. And we will make our way towards 32, 35, and $40 as our biggest gamma zones. The put wall is at 26. So we could see that act as a floor. That'd be your dip buy opportunity for the time being. But let's get into the chart and the flow. So SoFi, you are seeing 1.8 million to the call side, and they are loading up a lot of December contracts I'm seeing. So December 5th could be the day SoFi is included in the S&P 500. Nothing is guaranteed. A lot of people are saying it's not going to happen, but it's just something that could happen this week. All right, and a couple things I wanted to point out on the chart that we've pretty much had for a while now. Once we reclaim this trend line, we've been basing here. We have a fair value gap to fill all the way up to around 31. We also have that fat call wall at 30. So it could either hit 30 and reject, or if we could base above that, then we make our way towards the larger call wall premium. You can see 31, 32, 35. So that's what we're watching for. Previous month value area high is around 30.25. Can also fill this gap below. There's a gap down to 25.42, which I think would be if the overall market sells off on news or we have a huge pullback day and you fill this gap somehow, I think this is a great buy zone. Keep in mind, we have been going up on declining volume. So I think a big move is coming. I'm just not sure up or down at the moment. So keep that in mind. SoFi has been kind of consolidating. The overall market has been moving on declining volume. So I do think we're going to get some sort of news pretty soon here. And then also SoFi could potentially be in this Friday to the S&P 500, and that would definitely pop the stock. So we will see. As far as the weekly goes, probably going to look pretty similar. Yeah, it was a really good reclaim right there. I mean, bulls are still in control. Unless the overall market wants to flip bearish, then this would obviously get taken down with it. But we saw IWM pretty much selling off. Like a lot of IWM stocks sold off today. And SoFi held pretty strong. So IWM still up about 4% on the week, but it was pretty weak today. And SoFi really didn't sell off too bad. So I think a lot of people are waiting for that news to come out. But so far, this is looking good. You are looking for 30 and 32 next. But if we were to drop down and fill that gap below, I would say that's a good buy zone. But that's what I have for SoFi at the moment. Not really watching too many other dip buy opportunities at the moment. Kind of sort of eyeing puts just because we've been going up on low volume. but we'll have to see. Please like and subscribe, and have a good one.